Tim here from Chasin Trails Outdoors. Here for another episode of Trail Camera Journals. I am at the old bait site for bear from spring. I gotta say it's really interesting to see the difference throughout the seasons. I mean, you got spring. I come on this road. This would normally be all underwater, but it's not. Right now it's mostly dry. We just had a massive rainstorm last night. Poor guys at the concert on the hill. But so now I'm walking through. I'm actually keeping an eye as well on the woods here behind me, because when I was here for spring bear, I saw a couple of really large deer. I've seen a few deer tracks through here, but I saw a couple of really large deer running through, and I don't know if one of them was a buck or not. So that being said, not as deep in the woods, but I am interested in maybe putting a bait site here for deer, maybe 100, 200 yards off the road instead of 500 yards that the current one is set at. And that way, come fall, it'll be dried up enough that I can set up a blind or even a stand. Although when it comes to deer hunting, I prefer the blind because I can put a heater on, keep Tyson warm when he's there. So anyways, to get back to what I was saying, the difference here in this road, spring to fall, is quite a bit different. You've got swamp area in the spring. I mean, literally there are parts that I was scared it was going to go over my boots. There are huge, well, let me correct that. There are not huge moose tracks. There are lots of moose tracks. Apparently, they are average moose tracks. I think they're huge because they're the size of my hand, but to people who actually hunt moose, they're just normal. But they're here. Now this part here is normally well underwater. Like, this is normally just a big pond. This is the last pond right before the halfway point of the trek. So what are we doing out here? Well, I moved the bait site to something a little more manageable and easier to get into. So I need to come get the barrel. I'm not moving the stand today. I might move the stand today, but I doubt it. It's just by myself today, so stand has a lot of gear to it. But I'm moving the barrel over to the bait site where it is active now. Haven't seen any pictures. Forgot to turn on the camera last time. Typical me move. And we're gonna see what's going on. I've been spraying attractant at the other site, waiting, hopefully, maybe draw something in just for a sniff, just to see what's out there. So when I check the trail camera today, we're gonna see what's out there. So anyways, guys, I'll just gonna trek on in here and get to the site, and I'll show you some tracks if I find any here along the way. And here we are approaching the bear site. Still, trail looks like it's still pretty worn down. I don't know if other animals are using it or what. It's very possible. The bears have been coming through here like a madman. All kinds of fur and that poop. Something got something somewhere. The bait site. Stand is still up. That's good. So we're just gonna grab the barrel and go. It's pretty nasty looking too. All right, so we got the barrel packed now, and we're just gonna peel on out of here. So here we are now in the woods. As you can see, got the barrel with me, and we're heading into the site. So it's a 125-yard walk. Ooh. That's one thing about my sled. Because it's so thin, not very wide, it tips over with anything top heavy. You know, this area is, I tend to wonder what deer might be like in this area too, because Sweet Lipton seems like a nice deer area. Nice mix of hardwood, lots of cover. Hey guys, welcome to Bear Site 2019. Let me fix the camera. So as you guys see, got the barrel from my original site. So we're going to set it up right here on this tree, aiming this way towards the woods. I'll clear out some more of the brush. And well, the brush is beat down quite a bit nicely now, so that'll be good. 30 yards that way is my stand, so when those bears come in, they're going to come into the barrel, you know, and they'll come into the barrel, and this will force them to come in this way, giving me a perfect broadside shot. Very similar setup to my original sight. So anyways, guys, let's get to putting this together. Axe that I got on auction. A little sharpening, but heavy as hell. Not something I would ever take hiking, that's for sure. But for clearing out some of this dead wood out of my way, definitely worth having. I didn't get any bait prepared, so I picked up some popcorn at the local store. I do have some scent attractants from Joe Anderson. I got a scent bag, a stink bag. It's a sweet stink bag. So I'll show you that in just a second. And there we have it. The camera is fully turned on. Yeah, it's got a nice, pretty good shot. Get all back here. It gets this whole area. It's up about 6 feet in the air. Not too high, but the bears can't get it, but sort of out of range, so to speak. Let's bait it up. First things first. Joe Anderson in the spring, Joe Anderson from Joe Anderson's Long Range Attractants gave me this. And so this is a stink bag. For those of you new to bear hunting, it's a really, really strong smelling scent bag that I hang high up in the air. And what it does is it gets the smell out there and draws the bears in from further away. So I'm going to throw a string up over top, hang it up from up there. So this thing is just gooey, oozing. It's been sitting in a bucket, just I don't know, making a big mess, I guess. But I'm going to throw this up. Should be a string to attach it to. Got to be careful not to touch my camera gear after that, because that will attract the bears to the camera, which I've done already, and they've taken a few chomps on it. So anyways, let's get back to setting this up. Get everything ready to go. So in 2 weeks when I come back, or next weekend, one of the two, what I'll be doing is setting up the stand over there. Actually, I think I know which tree I want to set it on, but basically it gives you a pretty good line of sight to here. And I've cleaned out any obstacles that might be in the way for the shooting lane. So now we just got to get this finished baited. I know a lot of people who watch this have already been bear hunting or know what it is I'm doing, but you don't want bears to be able to get in here. Get in here very easily, that is. So we put these logs in. So they got to fight to get in and get the food. Okay, now for the final touch. I got a buddy at work, he's a big fisherman. Loves brook fishing. Loves himself some trout. Likes to keep all the oil from his trout fries. So he gave me three spaghetti jars, like mason jars, worth of fish stinky grease, fryer grease from his house. So this is the piece de resistance. Thank you, Nigel. Appreciate it, buddy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour it a little bit on the logs, all over the barrel. Give it a good shake up too. Make sure all the gook is in there. I didn't bring enough to spread all over the ground, but I got some on the logs. I got some on top of the barrel. That's where they're going to smell it. And the idea, oh God, that smells good. The idea is that it's going to, they're going to get the paws on it. They're going to get it all over themselves. They're going to track it off into the woods. It's going to draw the bears in. So everything on the bear side is about smell, right? Get the smell in, get them going. Smell. I got some tire buck here. And I'm just going to spraying it on some trees, spray it on the ground. This helps get the smell out there. Brings the bears in. That's what you want, nice and smelly. Bringing the bears in. This stuff is really strong. I didn't bring the Joe Anderson's blue smoke spray with me this time. I forgot that one at the house actually, but gonna go with this stuff. This stuff seems to have a little bit of a stronger smell to it, more flowery. Was what the bears are looking for. So, all right, let's pack up and get out of here. So there it is. My bait set. You can't smell it, but that fire grease that Nigel gave me smells fantastic. Oh, but that should definitely draw some bears in. So we got 3 different smells going. Something's going to draw the bear's appetite over this way. So no game trails yet. I don't even know if there's going to be a bear in here yet. This area is full of bears. New Brunswick is full of bears, to be honest with you. But eventually they'll make some trails. We've got a little bit of open cut. We've got tree line. We've got some trees here. There's some areas that they can get in through. So this, in my opinion, is going to be a great spot. Maybe even better than the last one. The last one was really great cover-wise. Oh, God, it was fantastic. Had that tree in front. It hid you from the bear. This one, I don't necessarily have that same thing. Maybe I will. All depends on which tree I use to set up. So, actually, here, let me see if I can show you. So, let's see, if I point that way, you can't, yeah, you can't see it. All right, so time to, got my axe, got everything. Site's cleaned up. Camera is turned on. I turned that on earlier before I touched anything. So now we don't touch the site. And time to start pulling stuff out. There's natural blueberries here, which is great. Means that bears are probably already coming through for food anyway. Now we just got to get across a little bit of this, and away we go. So this sled has been really great at helping me get stuff to and from my site. But crossing this stuff is always a pain because you got to be careful. You might hurt yourself. Dead trees everywhere. So what I was thinking was, initially I was going to use this tree right there, but can't see it. There's a hardwood tree right back there, and it's in line with the bait site. So with it being in line with the bait site means that I could trim some of the branches, set up in that one. I'm actually in the trees a little bit, giving me some cover. Something to think about when I bring the stand out next week. So guys, let me get the camera out of the wind here. We are all done. Site's all set up. Now it's time to pack it up and head on home. No pictures today, but the next episode of Trail Camera Journal should have something exciting.